Okay, so today's exercise, we're going to replace the RAM battery in a BSF-55. To do this, I've already got a little bit of a jump on the program. I've removed 4 screws at the front panel of the base station, and I've removed 9 screws for the top panel. I have to loosen the front panel because there's an overlap with the top cover. So I hinge it forward at the top edge a 1/4 inch or so, and then I'm able to remove the top cover. You'll notice that this row of screws is offset, being closer to the right-hand side, so it will have to be put back that same way. Now this shows the interior of the base station. Video processing board with the battery is on the left. Transmission board is underneath. Power supply to the right. The battery in question is right here on the processing board. It is a soldered in type with 3 leads. It is a CR2032. Of course, the reason to be replacing it would normally be that we got a diagnostic message on the OCP or on the picture monitor output telling us that the battery needed replacement. But before I go ahead and do the work, I am going to check the battery voltage. I can pick up a ground on the screw lead and go to the outside or the welded solder connector here for the positive side of the battery. And I am measuring less than 2.9 volts, which is the cutoff voltage where the diagnostic normally comes on. Fresh battery would be a little bit over 3 volts, perhaps 3.25 volts. When it goes below 2.9, the diagnostic message is displayed. So the battery does need to be replaced. It needs to be unsoldered. The processor board, the top board here, is going to have to be removed. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 multi-pin connections at the front of the board, 3 flat cables on the left-hand side as I'm facing it, 2 additional multi-pin connections in the left rear corner, and 3 coax cables going to the lower row of coaxes on the rear. They're not in sequence, but they are numbered 2, 1, 3, and there are corresponding silk screening on the PC board. To remove the module is going to be 5 screws, 4 in the corners and 1 in the center of the board. Spin the unit around and show that there are 6 screws at the rear in between each of the BNC output pair connectors. Those have to come out as well. So 6 screws at the rear, 5 screws on the top. Total of 11 screws have to come out before the PC board is released. The coax is pulled straight off. Other connectors will come off. Sometimes we like to hold the connector at the PC board as well. The flat cables, I will use my fingernail to hinge the black flap open. So I'm pulling up on the black flap, opening it. You'll notice that the flat cables are notched, so I can't just push them out. I have to lift them up a little bit to clear it. Once we have access to the back side of the board, it is a straightforward desoldering technique. With the 3 leads, we can't put it in the wrong way, so I think that is self-explanatory. Now, when the board is reinstalled, battery, of course, can be checked. There should be good. There's no reason to suspect otherwise. But then there is a process called RAM clear that I must perform. And RAM clear is done with the dip switch here. Number 4 must be put on. Then I will power the unit up while simultaneously pressing the call button and holding the call button for approximately 30 seconds. And that will clear the RAM. Then I will return the dip switch to the off position with power off, and then repower, and we're good to go. Battery replacement complete.